Is this on? Can you guys hear me? I'll start like every other YouTuber. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? So hi, welcome back to my channel. This is my second attempt to go live and hopefully it's working. I am not completely sure if you guys can see me, but hopefully you guys can. All right. I am still kind of getting the ropes of how all of this works. Hi, Ninja Girl. I am still working on how all the StreamYard situation works. Hi, Aniki. Sorry if I butchered your name. I have never said it out loud. Hi, Gary. How are you? I'm good. I am glad you guys are here. Hi, Robin from Boston. Thank you for coming to the live. And this time I was able to make a camera work. I am so happy about it. Great. Thank you so much, Aniki, for giving me the feedback that you guys can hear me and watch me. Hi, Jamal. I am very nervous because I'm not used to sitting in a live like this. As you guys already know, this is my second live ever and first time that my camera works. So, oh, hello. So I woke up last night I saw this docket minute order. According to a civil law, it means minute order, which is like a shorter version, a small order, but everybody calls it minute order. And the minute order said that, no, let's first go to the first minute order, which is requesting a meeting with the judge. I don't know how to put this on the screen, so I'm just going to put the whole docket on. I don't know if you guys can see it. As I said, this is my very first time doing all of this stuff. So forgive me for being a noob at this. But the very first one is, I don't know if I can. I am blind as a bat. Oh my God, I wish I was as good as Charlotte at this stuff. But one day when I grow up, I will. When I move this, I guess you guys can see it. So after the whole debacle with the Twitter situation, Brown requested a status conference with the judge, which the judge allowed, and the judge said that the court would receive defendant 39, docket 39 motion of status conference through email correspondence from counsel for both parties regarding the schedule of hearing for the motion. The court hereby modifies the briefing scheduled in its standing order as applied to this motion as follows. Plaintiffs shall file a response no later than January 27th. Defendants may file a reply no later than January 29th, which we still have some time. And then the court sets a hearing on the motion for Monday, February 2nd at 10 a.m. At first I was like February 12th or February 2nd, but then down here, there is a clarification. Let me see right here. The deadline hearing telephone conference set for February 1st at 10 a.m. So they changed it around, I am guessing here. But they will have that meeting, and uncivil law mentioned that he is probably going to try to get to participate on the call if it's a Zoom call, or if he's going to ask to record it. He said that he doesn't have high hopes for it, but he did request to be a part of it. Now, yesterday there was something else. Oh my God, why do I keep going to the wrong place? All right. So yesterday there was something else that there was another minute order saying defendant's counsel has contact. Oh shoot, I can't read. I'm sorry. Minute order, defendant's counsel has contacted the court by email indicating that the plaintiff's counsel would like an opportunity to suggest an alternative to the motion to seal that defendants are contemplating filing. Plaintiff's counsel may file a proposed alternative, if any, by close of business day, January 26th, which was yesterday, authorized by Judge Barbara J., then her last name. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Are they trying to maybe get this whole thing under wraps so we on YouTube cannot talk about it anymore or see any of the stuff that's going on? And I was sitting here. Oh, thank you so much, Lee. I love that you're here. Thank you so much. Leanne. So I was like, what's happening? You know? And it kind of made sense to me at the time because Brown has been saying a lot that he wants SALTs to stop. He says litigating online, but I don't feel like it's litigation that he's been doing. He's just getting information online, which it's fair enough, in my opinion. But I kind of saw it coming that at some point they were going to try and get this whole situation under wraps and avoid everyone to be looking at what's going on, because it looks bad for Brown, because Brown is not looking very good right now. However, with the whole Lorianne thing, it's kind of turning around. I don't know if you guys watched on Civil Law. It was 4 hours that he read the response to the Lorianne declaration, and he had very good points. He had more emails than SALT's declaration alluded to happened. And we don't have any emails from the SALT's declaration. So we don't know exactly what SALT knows from Lorianne's side. But it looks like there was a lot of miscommunication between Michael Brown and Lorianne. But that's just my opinion based on what Civil Law said. I also watched Emily. As always, we all watch Emily. She's great. And she has a very different take on the whole situation, obviously. I don't know what you guys think about them. I don't know if you watched both. If you did watch both, let me know if you think that there is a miscommunication here. But I did feel like there was a little bit of a miscommunication. She was a little impatient, I must say. But also I felt like Brown was not as quick as well. But then that's just me. I am sorry. I'm going to look at some of your comments. I watched Emily debate live yesterday, and she said that it would most likely be. Let me see. I watched Emily debate yesterday. Oh, okay. All right. What part of the case you mean, Aniki? The situation that they're trying to close the whole case, or they're trying to just, because based on what was filed by SALT today, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It's very confusing. But I guess let me try to go to Michael Salt's filing. Hey, Timmy BB. Oh my God, hello. Oh, I miss her. Timmy BB is a great channel as well. She has been posting very little lately, but her take on the tea is great as well. If you guys want to check her out, she's amazing. She's one of my very first YouTube friends back when I was deployed in Germany. I used to watch her videos a lot. And a lot of the things that I do in my videos nowadays are because of her. I get inspiration from her. KJ wants to discuss good or bad. To be discussed. Okay. Yes, I kind of think that KJ has a little bit of a Jeffree Star in her. 1 second. Because I feel like she knows that she is being talked about, and she knows that people are making a whole lot of content on her. And she's kind of like doing just what Jeffree Star does. She just lets people talk and she knows that everybody's going to run to her live and see if she's going to delete it next or what she's going to say. And her lives are so long. One second. Oh, sorry. Her lives are so long that sometimes you have to just sit there and watch everything to see if she's going to say something that you actually can, as a YouTuber, as like me, if I can't figure out if she's trying to talk about someone or if I can use as a funny joke on my videos. So I just sit there and watch the whole thing, so many pauses. And so it's very gruesome to watch, but she knows that people are doing that. She knows that we are there watching her lives, that she knows that we are there trying to see if she's going to trip around, and she's using it to her favor, obviously. It's just, there's no way she's not. Lorian seems very nervous in general and prone to seeing threats where there are none. I kind of like agree with that. I do agree with that based on what Uncivil Law said and some of the emails that she sent to Mr. Brown. I could see that she has a little bit of a nervousness to her. She also knows she's behaved badly and has skeletons in her closet. Everybody has like a little bit of a skeleton in their closet, and yeah, and she's a little nervous. That's very true. Let me try to read this docket thing for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to share. Can you guys see it? Let me see. Oh yes, yay. Okay, there we go. So I am a noob at this, guys. Don't judge me too much because I am very, very bad at this for now. Let me make it larger. Can I? Yes. Okay. All right. So this is a plaintiff proposed the alternative to filing records under seal. So basically, if you just got here, KJ side wants to have something sealed that we cannot see. And so far, my assumption is the whole case. My assumption is that they want to going forward not to have the public eye on the situation. Thank you so much, Aniki. I am very nervous, as you guys already know from my first live. This is something that I don't do often, and I'm like, ooh. All right. But it kind of seems like it's not really the whole case. It looks like they do not, they're trying to do a specific person, it seems like, but let's see. It says here, as we already know, Tatiana Westbrook and James Westbrook are the plaintiffs, and Halo Partners, LLC, as well as, no, that's it. That's just the three of them. And then they're versus Katie Joy Paulson with Cristobal LLC, and then 1 through 100, those company and those 1 through 100 inclusive defendants. On this filing, he says a party must explore all alternatives to filing a document under seal. Local Rule 5.3b further states that a motion to file under seal must set forth, quote unquote, the reason for keeping a document under seal, including a explanation of. First item is the legitimate private or public interest that warrant the relief sought. 2, or second item, the injury that will result if the relief sought is not granted. And the third item is why a less restrictive alternative to the relief sought is not sufficient. So they have to show the court those three things. So basically, hey, it's for our public it's for our interests to keep this on the wraps. That's what I understand from this. And then if we don't, that third party might suffer some sort of injury from the publication of this public record. And Why are we not talking about a alternative? Here's an alternative. Why is this alternative not going to work? Let's talk about the alternatives. And that's kind of like he's arguing that probably Brown needs to give him a reason why, or give the court a reason why that's the best option for them. Hey, if I understood Emily, it's normal for this to be done. It could be a witness or something that doesn't need to be shared because it could bring harm, etc. Yeah, basically that's kind of what I'm assuming as well. But it doesn't really say here who it is. So I am curious to know, because we already know that Lorianne on Michael Salt's side, she had that footnote saying that we have the emails here, we will give it to you upon request, but we're not filing all of these emails. So I wonder who is coming forward for the defendant that they can't do the same that they did with Lorianne. Then they go on to say defense counsel wishes to file documents under seal that he claims disclosed. Oh, I can't. Purported mental health issues of a third-party witness. Plaintiffs agree that the disclosure of such information should not be made public. All right, so it's something similar to Lorianne. I don't know if this is about Lorianne. If you guys know anything, let me know. However, plaintiffs' concern is that should defense counsel file a motion to seal said documents and fail to meet the high burden imposed by the local rules as to the sealing of the documents, that the contents of said documents containing such private information about the third-party witness would automatically become public. All right. Okay, so that's the concern. As such, pursuant to local rule 53B, item 3, a less restrictive alternative exists that otherwise does not place a third-party witness's information at risk for becoming public. All right. I don't know if what I get from that is, let me see. So they feel that this is the best way to do it, because if there is a risk of a public eye on it, it might be bad for the witness. But still, I don't know. All right, specifically because the court has inherent authority over its proceedings and the ability to spare a non-party witness public embarrassment, plaintiffs respectfully propose that defendants submit that sensitive information that at issue for in-camera review. Oh, no, sorry. Let me redo this. Defendants submit the sensitive information at issue for in-camera review. So are they going to do like a Zoom call? This is very confusing to me. This can be done via an email from defendant's counsel to the court and plaintiff's counsel with the confidential documents attached thereto. This is a less restrictive alternative to achieve the result of the disclosure of the third-party witness's private and sensitive information. Oh, okay. So maybe they would talk to each other. Maybe they would talk to each other separately instead of filing something. That's kind of the vibe that I got on this. What do you guys think? Because I don't know if Emily posted anything about it yet. I woke up and I just decided to do this live, and just so I can learn a little more about the live, so I can do more lives for you guys. So I read this once and I didn't see much of a understanding of what was going on, really. GGB says in camera is a legal term and has nothing to do with a camera. Cool, good. So what does it have to do? That's kind of like what I am curious. All right, Emily mentioned in her live last night, it came up in Pacer. as she was live. Oh, okay. So she mentioned last night. So yeah, when I went to sleep last night, I was waiting for this to be filed, and I was waiting because I wanted to see what Emily had to say, because most of the understanding I have of all of this documentation comes from Emily, and I watch a civil law and Nate when I want to see other sides of the coin, because I know that Emily is very effective at reading everything and understanding everything and explaining everything to us. But I do know that uncivil law tries to look at it as more of a judge's perspective, as he says. So more of like I don't care about the tea. I don't care about the situation. I just want to know what's the filing saying. Obviously, Emily does the same, but I don't know. They always have so different opinions about it. So I like to watch both of them. But since when I went to bed last night, like, I don't know, 2 a.m, the filings were not done. I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and there's going to be a filing, and nobody has talked about it yet, but we'll try to understand. Emily this morning Emily this morning stated on Instagram she was going to talk about it later tonight. Okay, cool. So she's going to talk about it later on. That's good. I'm going to watch that and probably maybe make a video about it and tell you guys my opinion. But as far as I understand from everything that's happening in this, it's probably someone else other than Lori. I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like it's someone else other than Lori. And I also feel like this other person has a little more to share, that it might not be super safe for them to share to everybody, with everybody. But so far, so good. Let's see the last bit of it. Why do I keep pressing the same thing over and over and over again? I don't know. All right. This is not it. I am in the wrong places. Okay. All right. So specifically because the court has inherited authority, we already went through this. Despite plaintiffs proposing a less restrictive means of submitting sensitive information, plaintiffs wish to make it clear that plaintiffs do not stipulate that the documents are appropriate for use or filing in this case. Ooh, that's interesting. By defense counsel. As such, plaintiffs hereby expressly reserve any and all rights to object to the submission and any use of such information, and to otherwise argue against the proposition of which defendants are submitting such information to this court. Okay, that makes me think a lot. That makes me think that whatever they already met behind the scenes, and they probably don't agree with each other that this forward information that's coming out is even relevant. That's what the understanding I get. Is that a second part? I'm not sure if there is a second part to this filing. No, it's just this 4-page paper document. So maybe, yes, it is a living soap opera, Donna. This is just not ending. And I agree with on civil law, because he says most of these filings, there's like about 40 some filings by now, like 44 filings by now, and only 3 or 4 of them actually are, and only like 3 or 4 of them are pertaining to the defamation and the jurisdiction, and maybe even 3 or 4. Everything else is just tea and jabs at each other. He even said that it started as Tati versus Katie Joy. Now it's Brown versus Saltz. And soon enough, we are going towards Lori versus the world. And it's just going back and forth. It's just becoming so weird. So what I get from this paper is that there's going to be another person. It's Lori versus Kim. Now I remember what he said. But now it looks like somebody else is coming out with some personal information that they don't want to basically bring it out. but Brown feels like it's important to the defamation lawsuit, which it's kind of hard to know. All right, so Captain KD, in camera, is basically a Latin term for in private. All right, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And that's kind of like what I was kind of going towards. Maybe they will meet in person or in a Zoom call and kind of discuss that part of it. And I'm glad that it's just about this one situation. It's not like the whole entire case. Can you imagine if they just closed the whole entire case? What we were going to do? We were not going to be able to know what's going on. And we're all going to be so curious. It would be crazy. Emily basically said it's usually extreme circumstances that things get sealed, and even then it's just parts. She said courts like to be transparent. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know that they probably will not. Probably they will not go and close it out. That's kind of like what it's looking like, right? They're probably just going to leave it for us to be able to see everything. But if we keep with the shenanigans of getting involved into the situation and going to Twitter and doing all the stuff that we've been doing, maybe that would be an exception. So let's touch on that really quickly. The whole Twitter debacle with the hacking and all that stuff, we know that a lot of people, and if you guys saw my video from 2 hours ago, there was a YouTuber that was involved, but I don't believe that he was involved to the extent that a lot of people believed, and I'm going to leave it at that. But I do think that there's a lot of, I don't want to say trolls, but I want to say people that like to see things burn. And I think that those people may have been involved in getting more burning happening. And that could be kind of damaging for everybody who's following the situation. So just let's try to not get involved. Let's try to just watch it from afar, because it's already very incendiary as it is. So we should just wait and see how things unfold. Obviously, we do want to keep seeing this dumpster fire keep catching on fire, but we don't want to throw any matches into that, you know? Yes, honestly, yes. If this were a reality show, I'd probably say in my DVR, yes, this is insane. Every single day I wake up and I'm like, what's going to happen now? And whenever there's like a couple of days of silence, I'm like, why is this so silent? Something is going to happen. Yes, Justin. A lot of people are taking this way too far. It's not that serious for us. For Katie, it could potentially be serious, but for us, it's not that serious. We just kind of talking about it, giving our opinions and sharing our takes on it. And hopefully we'll find out what's going to happen. And I want to discuss something with you guys that, again, Uncivil Law read the Lorian response from Michael Brown, and it was a 4-hour stream that he did. And he brought up something very interesting that I didn't think about it. And for most YouTubers, that would be something to think about. He said that he personally wishes that Katie wins. And hold that thought. It's not because he's friends with Katie or anything else. That's not the point here. But his point on saying that he wishes that Katie wins is for the fact that if the judge gives the case to Tati, that could be very dangerous to any content creator, not only for YouTube, but for any other platform, because that shows that, which, I mean, I agree, when you put something on the internet, anybody can have jurisdiction over you. So if Tati wins, it means that anybody can sue anyone from anywhere, and they wouldn't have to be worried about jurisdiction. The person who's being sued is going to have to be traveling to do all of the legal things and all the legal meetings and hearings and all that stuff. So it would be very expensive for the person being sued. And it would change the way that YouTube and other platforms work. And YouTube is already very restricted as far as language, as far as content. And then to have this added kind of nuance to the fact that you have to be really careful with what you say, because somebody can take it wrong and sue you, could be a little too much. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that they do need that. There's a lot of people that they don't have to say certain things. You can come across, you can deliver your point without being offensive, without being disrespectful to others. But there's a lot of people that they don't know how to do that. And trust me, I am included sometimes. You have no idea how much a restraint I take on YouTube to try to be as impartial and neutral as possible. But there is a lot of people that they just don't hold back. And some of these people do need that kind of stuff. And I think that KJ is one of those people. But if Tati wins, it means that, oh yes, it was. Lisa, it was 4.5 hours. And I loved it because I was driving back from South Carolina and I had a 10-hour drive. So all I did was I watched Emily reading the response, and then I watched or listened to Uncivil Law. So most of my trip was listening to their lives. It was great. I really do love the long form content. That's why I've been making a lot of long form content lately, because I've been driving a lot and I just press that one button and listen to that one YouTuber for the whole entire time. It's great. But again, as I said, because of this sort of risk of Tati winning, and then if Tati wins, it could mean that other YouTubers may be at risk of being sued easily, quote unquote, easily by others. He thinks that that's not a good, it would not be beneficial if Tati wins. So he didn't say it has anything to do with him, what he thinks about Katie or anything personally for Katie, but just because of the fact that that could mean like some sort of, Sue-ageddon. I don't know. I'm not good at making names. Let's wait Emily to make names for these things, but it would be bad for most YouTubers if things go that way. I don't think it's about Tati winning. I think it's Tati knows she has the money to tie Katie up and bankrupt her. I have seen this. Yes. And you know what, Lisa? I think it's the same. I also think that Tati's not worried about winning. Tati doesn't need the money. Tati does not. And it's common, especially for large companies. And that happens a lot. Large conglomerate companies, they do something like that. And I forgot that there's a name to it. But it's a practice that they do, but they know that they're suing this person and this person will never be able to pay if they lose. But they know that if they keep them on a lawsuit, they're going to run out of money. It's going to impact them somehow. So it's going to teach them a lesson in a way. So I do agree that that may be the case here with Katie. Mama Bear on top of the 4 season diseases. She was also personally warned by James Charles to stop, and she didn't. And like when I saw that. So I don't know if you guys watched my other live. My other live is really boring because I am not there. I am behind the camera and the camera wasn't working. But I don't know if you guys know like how it came to be that I know Katie Joy and all that stuff. When I bought my Blandiful, which I have never used again after I made a video about it. I mean, I used it a couple of times, but it's crap. But if you want to buy it, give it a try. Not saying not to buy it, but to me, it didn't work. I had issues with delivery, so I got upset and I made an angry video about Tati. And somebody who currently changed their name or whatever because they were accused of being KJ at some point, they told me, hey, you should watch this video. And it was the video of KJ the titled video, the truth that James and Tati don't want you to know. I watched the video and I actually contemplated making a video about it, reacting to her video. And I was really lucky in the end of the day, now that I look back, because I messaged her. I tend to try when I'm going to talk about people. I tend to try, obviously not KJ, but I tend to try when they are reasonably small YouTubers. I know they might respond, so I tend to try to reach out. And I've done that with IJESSE before I made my video. I did that with Creepshow Art when I posted a video saying her name on it. And I did that with Jeffree Star the first time I posted a video, but he never answered. He never read it. I already knew it, but whatever. I gave my shot. I shot my shot, and so on and so forth. So I messaged KJ and I told her that I saw her video and I told her that I wanted to make a video. She never read it. She never read the message, and time went on and I forgot about it. When I started watching her again during the Stauffer family situation, she reposted the video because I noticed that throughout that time, I noticed that she put the video down. She unlisted the video or privated the video. And I assume it was because she received some of the cease and desists and she decided to private it. And I don't know, for whatever reason, when she started growing again, she decided to post again. And I think a couple of weeks after that, when I saw the video down again, I just downloaded it. So I have the video and I was like, I need this video because I might make the Tati video, the Tati and James video after all. After Carmageddon, after Tati came out from Carmageddon, I decided I'm going to make the video. I am going to talk about this whole thing that Without a Crystal Ball had brought out to light. But guess what? The James video came out where Katie said that James was trying to tell her to hide all of that, right? And I made a video about it, and I actually was in Katie's side. If you guys watched the video, which probably not because it's been a while, I was actually thinking, I don't know, these big YouTubers, they say those things, but they're like trying to scare her. I don't know. So I didn't really think that James had her best interest in her. And I mean, maybe to a fault of mine, but I thought it made sense. He's a, 20 million subscriber YouTuber. Why does he care about a 135,000 subscriber YouTuber? You know? So she reposted your content without permission. Interesting. No. Not my content. She had the Tati and James video, the one, the truth that they don't want you to know. She privated the video when, like, shortly after, probably after she got her cease and desist, but it was kind of like at the same time that I told her that I wanted to make a video, and she never read my message. When the Stauffer family situation started exploding, that's when she started getting a lot of subscribers. I think she unprivated and public and made it public again. So when she made it public again, that's when I noticed the video was back during the Carmageddon time, and then that's why I downloaded it. So she didn't touch my content. I don't even think she cared that I existed. But then when I made my live for you guys, the first time that I did a live, that it was not a very successful live as far as video goes, I actually looked at the Instagram post, the DM that I sent to her, and she actually read it, but she never responded to it. I'm actually going to pull it out because now you guys can see it. I am, let me see, where is it? Does she still? Okay, here it is. So here it is. I sent her this. Don't worry about my nails because, you know, Corona. And she read it. She read in the message. I don't know when, but she never responded to it. And I don't know why. So I said I have a channel and I've been working on a piece on Tati. One of my subscribers sent me a link to your videos. on her background, and I would love to do a commentary piece on some of your footage, because a lot of people told me that when you use her footage, she will strike you. She was notoriously known for striking people, and funny enough, she has never stricken me or copyright claimed me. So I guess I was always very lucky, and I was always a very small YouTuber anyways. Just sending this to ask if it's okay with you that I have some of your footage in my video. Of course, I will share the links to your videos and use it on my description box and let my subscribers know. Thank you for your time. I hope to hear from you. Never heard from her. She never answered. And that makes it so funny how she's always saying that people don't reach out to her. She doesn't really answer. But then again, I'm not going to hold it against her because that was back in March. So maybe now she is answering people. I'm not completely sure. But I didn't have the money to refile the jurisdiction loss. Oh, okay. So that's like something happening between you guys here. All right, cool. KJ isn't trying to get the case sealed. They are trying to get the Lorianne doc sealed due to our alleged mental. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. So there's not going to be like a new thing then. It's going to be whatever Lorianne declared. But I don't know if you... I think they are sealed already, because based on what Emily and what Uncivil Law read, and Uncivil Law went through each and every one of those emails. That's why it took him 4.5 hours to do everything. And on his video, and as well as in Emily's video, there were redacted and sealed pages of those emails. And it didn't even make sense, like the whole timeline thing, because of those sealed emails. So I don't know. Do you think that that's what it is? Oh, I sided with her for a minute with the James Charles thing at first too. It does seem weird for a content creator that big, but with the forces desist thing, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. She went so far below the belt with Tati. I agree. She will not let this go. Yes. But the larger stories. Yes, it's just so much. It's, and I agree with Emily on this. It's because she keeps talking about it. They keep filing things and things that have nothing to do with anything. There's nothing. The shots they're taking at each other lately with those filings have nothing to do with anything. It's just so sad. If she had received her complaint or the complaint and then responded to it and just not talked about it, I think she would be in a better shape right now. The judge also sealed some of the documents in Parlor versus Amazon due to some Amazon things. Oh, is this the same judge? I'm not completely in the tea with the Amazon versus Parlor. I know very little of it because I was watching Nate and Uncivil Law talking about it on their next video the next day after this whole Lorianne response came about, but I'm not completely sure what's going on with that. But yeah, it's common, it seems like, right? Yes, it's been puzzling that KJ Brown approached this case from jump. Yes, it's the way that they're approaching this case is crazy, because Brown's first response to the whole thing was sad. It was shameful. It looked like KJ wrote it. And to this day, I believe that probably KJ wrote it. And at every filing that has been coming forward, it seems like Brown is getting a little more, like Emily likes to say, sassy, and he's getting a little more lawyery. He's upping his game somewhat, but I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go, really. Okay, this is your guys' conversation. KJ has to stop talking about it publicly. Yes, I agree with that, Mia. She claims it's her right to stand up for herself, but it's better for her case to stop talking. As Dr. Phil says, would you rather be right or be happy? You are completely correct. I think that there's a saying we have in Brazil, and a lot of sayings we do in Brazil don't make sense in English, but there might be one in English. I don't know. But I think there is. I just don't remember which one it is. But in Brazil, we say a fish die by its mouth, because if you had a fish tank, if you feed the fish, most types of fish will eat until they die. That's why you only feed the fish like a couple times a day. So in Brazil, we say that a fish will die by its mouth. And it's kind of like what's happening with Katie. She is just talking so much about it, and because she's bringing people into her channel, she's bringing those views, even though the views are going down since the whole thing started. Weirdly enough, she only lost 2,000 subscribers. This started in like October. We've been 3-4 months into this already, 4 months into this, and she only lost 2,000 subscribers, which is really weird to me in a sense, because why only 2,000 people don't agree with you and 135,000 do? But that's not my point. I don't care. There's a lot of people in the world that may agree with her. I get it. But it's just so fishy that I think that she is trying to just, since I'm in this lawsuit, since I'm going to lose a lot of money, I might as well just make some money and keep talking about it and keep people coming to my channel and paying my bills. And she says that all the time. Oh my God, why do I keep touching my hair? I'm sorry. And she says all the time on her channel and her videos, if you are here to hate watch, thank you for paying my bills. But I do something that I don't hate watch her. I just want to find memes and things to talk about. But I just copy her link. There's a way for you to watch her videos and not give her the view or the watch time. And you just grab her link and download the video through a YouTube downloader or something. And then you just download the video to your computer and then you don't give her the view. That's what I do, because I'm not going to sit there 2 hours and give her all that watch time. I refuse to. And I used to not watch anybody before. Like, for instance, I almost never watch any videos from Jeffree Star, just because his content's not something I like. So most of the things that I talk about Jeffree Star is from other creators. But with her, there's so much funny, stupid shit that she does that I'm like, I need to watch this to see what's the next crazy thing she's going to say. So that she's the only creator that I kind of like sit there and sort of watch to see what she's going to say next, If she's stealing isn't in regards to Lorianne, it probably is in regards to one of the people that got hacked on Twitter. I saw somewhere that KJ was emailed a copy of the account's entire data. This is another thing that puzzles me in the internet. The internet is a beautiful thing. Trust me, I love the internet. And I love how one day everybody loves you and the next day everybody hates you. And it's just how it is in life, right? But how do people get all of this information? It's just so magical how we have so many skilled people out there that we just find information out like this, out of nowhere, boom, somebody found something out. This is it. And she got all of this from somebody. Wow, this is incredible. KJ won't stop reporting about the case because she's obsessed with the commentary. Yeah. Whether it's about her or someone else, it's tea to her now. Now, she's her own source. Oh my God, yes, that's so true. She is her own source. And yeah, she probably loves it. And yes, she does like the attention. You can definitely notice that she enjoys being in the middle of it, and she enjoys that everybody's talking about her. That's definitely something that I noticed as well. I did notice that she's just, you know what? I am going to give you guys something to talk about. And truly, if this is the only money that her family makes, she's just being a genius, I guess, Let me see what you guys have to say. I also love talking to you guys because you guys sometimes know so much, or most of the time, you guys know more than me. Doesn't even know how. Oh, so, okay. So this is how it works. All right. YouTube has an analytics in the back where you can see how your videos do. So each and every video you post, YouTube will see, okay, you posted in the last 10 minutes, for instance, and then you will do some crazy sorcery where you will make calculations of how many people watched, how long did they watch for, and how many times they click on your ads and stuff. So based on that, on your next video, it will compare to the last video. And then it just keeps going on like that. And you will rank your videos based on the amount of time that people watched, the amount of times that people clicked on things and things like that. So your videos are ranked against each other, right? So if you have a video that's longer, like the videos that I'm doing in long form, those videos tend to do better than shorter videos because people will watch for longer. Even if they don't watch the entire video, they will be watching a 30-minute video for longer than a 12-minute video, because you guys know we have an intro, we have an outro. And honestly, when I watch somebody and they have a pre-recorded outro like mine, I don't watch the outro. I already know what their outro is. So the people tend to get out of the video when they know that the outro is coming, and they will get out. And then if the video is short, people are going to watch a little bit, and then that dictates how much money your video is going to make. So for her, she's a genius on that because she posts lives which don't have pre-recorded intros, not pre-recorded outros. So she knows that people are going to watch throughout the video, and they're going to watch because they're going to want to wait and see if she's going to say something about the case, so it's kind of like she's just being a freaking genius about it. And unless people stop watching her, that's not going to stop. Well, it's who's got a construction crew? Katie? Yeah, it does affect the views. It does affect the views. It doesn't affect the view. Sorry, it affects the watch time. So as I said, if I make a 12-minute video like the video that I posted today, I already know that at least 2 minutes of that video that I posted, at least 2 minutes of that video are intro, that little disclaimer I have in the middle, and my outro. So I know that the video is actually 10 minutes. So I am going to assume that most people are going to watch an average of 4 to 6 minutes of my video. And that will tell YouTube how much retention I have on my video. And that's going to tell YouTube, all right, people are clicking on the video, but how long are people watching? People are watching this 12-minute video for 6 minutes. So that's half of the time. So this video is not super interesting. Let's not really recommend. And then I post a 40-minute video with the 2 minutes of intro, outro, and mid. That's still going to be 38 minutes. And then in the average, people are going to watch 12 to 16 minutes of the video. So that video is going to knock the socks off of that 12-minute video. And then that video is going to be recommended. That video is going to be pushed. And it's kind of like the same thing that D'Angelo Wallace kind of did. That's kind of how D'Angelo got, many YouTubers, I'm not going to say just D'Angelo, but that's how a lot of YouTubers got pushed out into the algorithm, is when they make those larger videos, those longer form videos, those get more watch time. Because of the watch time is longer, therefore their videos are going to be pushed and recommended, and then their video is going to get out there and more people are going to watch it. If the outro is short, I watched the whole thing. I watched a couple of people who have like 2-minute outro listing on their members in Patreon. So yeah, if you want to watch the whole thing, you are helping the creator a lot. And So I watched Timimi and I watch what's her name? The YouTuber who wears a spider suit. I forgot her name. Swell Entertainment. I forgot Amanda. I watch her too, and they tend to have their Patreon or their other websites patrons into their outros. And I watch Ready to Glare, and she also puts like fan art in the end. I personally, if I am sitting at home watching YouTube, because I don't watch TV, I just watch YouTube. I personally, when that part comes, I will get out of the video, and that's understanding. Like it happens to my videos too. But if I'm at the gym, or if I'm driving, or if I'm doing something that I don't necessarily need to be staring at the screen, I just let it play, because that's going to be helpful to the creator to give them the watch time and help their video. Also, another thing that helps the creators a lot is the like button, because even if you don't have that retention and the watch time, if a lot of people are liking that video, maybe that 2 to 6 minute video, maybe that 2 to 6 minutes that people are watching are relevant somehow to someone. So the like button can be very helpful to push the content of somebody as well, even if they're not having that consistent watch time, you know? I disregard about Katie being a genius about talking about the cases. I disagree about Katie being a genius about talking about the case. Yes, she's making some, but every time she does, there is going to be an expensive bill from her attorney. Depositions cost a lot. Yes, and I think that even on civil law was saying that because the litigation hasn't even started yet, they haven't even gone into, what is it called, discovery, right? And discovery is one of the most expensive parts of it. And I only know this because I considered suing one of my employers, and I do want to tell you guys that story because I allegedly was discriminated against my military service, and I got fired, and I considered suing this company. And I'm going to make a video for you guys about that. But moving on. And when I was in talks with a lawyer about the situation, I actually got like prices, and the lawyer said in the beginning it's going to be costly but not so much, but that as it drags along and you go to discovery and things like that, because you have to start like issuing subpoenas, you have to start getting people's written statements and things like that, that takes more time, that takes more money. So it's still not even in the costly part yet of the whole thing. And on civil law also said that the more you stall, the more money it will cost. And it brings me back to agreeing with, I think it was Mia that said that a lot of people tend to, a lot of bigger YouTubers or bigger companies tend to just do the lawsuits just so they can shut you up and get you broke, basically, you know? I unsubbed from Katie maybe 3 months ago when I started to see how she is as a person. Yeah, see, I subscribed to her really shortly. Sorry, English is my second language, but I subscribed to her for a very short amount of time when I was in Germany. So again, a lot of you know this already, but I was deployed in Germany during last summer, and I was doing a whole lot of the Stauffer family videos. During that time, a lot of my information came from Katie. But I don't only watch Katie. When I do my videos, I watch several creators. And as I just said, I watch on civil law, I watch Emily to do the videos about Katie, as well as when I was doing videos about the Stauffers, I was watching Katie. I was watching, I don't remember who else. I wanted to say Drama Investigator. I was watching Truth Sleuth, I think. And I was watching a whole lot of That Challenge podcast, and I was watching... And that's when I started watching a lot of Creepshow art. So during this whole situation, Creepshow only made like maybe 1 or 2 videos about the situation, but I watched a lot of creators, and I subscribed to Katie during that time. And it was funny because as soon as Carmageddon came out and the whole situation with the lawsuits started happening, I was like, I don't really watch her anymore. And I only watched her for the Stauffer stuff. And I started thinking it was a little too weird that she had so much insider information. She came out with, oh yeah, Micah Stauffer's neighbor contacted me. Micah Stauffer's former co-worker contacted me. And now somebody else wants to have an interview to talk about Micah Stauffer. I'm like, why are those people coming out of the woodworks to talk to you? What makes you so special that everybody wants to talk to you and give you the scoop? It kind of like felt odd to me. And then I unsubscribed to her, and then the whole shebang started happening. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So I guess maybe she was not really super truthful about, I don't know. It's just, I think they got a massive amount of subs from Stauffers. Yes, and I am going to tell you guys that's when I realized that the Stauffers was actually when I realized that people like my opinions. I mean, not like my opinions, but people will watch my videos about what I thought about the situation, because I remember I was watching the Stauffer debacle for maybe a week and a half. And at the time I was making beauty videos, right? I have boxy charms and I'm spending thousands of dollars in subscription boxes, which sometimes I still keep posting them because I still have a ton of boxes here in the house. Because of the deployment, I have a shit ton of crap here. But I was posting these videos and I was getting like very little amounts of views, but I always loved watching tea. So, and I was watching the whole thing with the Micah Stauffer, and every single video I watched about the Stauffer situation, I was like, these people are horrible. And then one night I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. I'm going to rant about this. And I got so many subscribers and so many views from it that I was like, all right, this is weird. Okay. And then I made another video and I still kept getting that growth. And I was like, all right, so maybe people would rather watch me doing my opinions and commentary rather than beauty, because I suck at beauty anyways. I actually started learning putting on makeup to make YouTube videos, and it wasn't really panning out for me, and honestly, I'd rather talk about what's going on out there anyways, because this is so much more fun to be like bouncing back and forth with you guys about what's going on. Before coming to the live today, I was like, I'm probably going to have like a 10-12 minute live, because this minute order and this filing is 4 pages. There's probably going to be nothing else to talk about. It's going to be super quick, but here we are. And I have no idea how long we've been here for already. For an hour almost, for over an hour now. So, thank you, Mia. Thank you. I love that you guys like my content. I really do. Yeah, I didn't like the thing about talking to Micah former neighbors. Yes, I have no love for the Stauffers, but that was weird to me. Yeah, it was really odd. It was, I don't know. How do you have that magical power where you talk about something and everybody's coming to you to talk about it? And it kind of happened the same time that the Davi Vanity situation was happening with Jeffree Star and all. So a lot of people were coming out to give their side of the story in the Davi Vanity situation. So when a lot of people were coming to Katie for the Stauffer situation, at first I didn't think none of it, because I was like, okay, there's people coming out here, there's people coming out there. But every single day, Katie's posting videos. Every single day, she has somebody that contacted her. It's just too good to be true. Not saying that she's lying, not saying that that's impossible. It is possible. But I just didn't think it was, I don't know. I just didn't have a vibe that was true. But that was just me, it could have been, but I don't know, sorry. I'm trying to go between the YouTubes and the StreamYards to see if I can understand a little bit what's going on, but she can deactivate, especially now that her lawyer wants to be correct to connect an ethical person. You guys talking about her deactivating her Twitter? I don't think she's going to. I think she can't, right? Because they got into like some sort of understanding There's no way KJ is paying this litigation, or Addie. Has to be already near 500,000 or more. Oh my God. And it is don't work on. I'll pay next week. Oh yes, that no. You don't pay. You don't play. So how do you think she's paying for it? Because I have no idea either. Like, this is when I was going to sue the company that fired me. I was very fortunate to get a lawyer who was going to do the whole case for me, but he was going to not charge me until the end. So he said, we will charge you a percentage of your winnings from your damages, or if you lose, you pay, or whatever. So he was very gracious about that. But on this lawsuit, seeing how much money these YouTubers make, especially Katie Joy, makes a good chunk of money. Forget about the fact that she has a lot of costs as well, but she does make good money. So I don't think that, in my opinion, I don't think that her lawyer would be giving her a friendly, you can pay me later kind of deal. So I don't know. Did anyone else wonder if her IG live got suspended because of all of the things she was saying about? I heard that she did. I heard that she got some sort of like punishment for at the same time that the president did. But I don't know if it got back, if she has it back or not. That's kind of like, I'm not completely sure. I think Brown thought this would be a simple toss-out jurisdiction case, so he didn't put very much into it. Now he's having to do real. You are probably right. You are probably right. She probably was like, I don't want to spend that much money on this because, as they said, you have to prove for it's a very difficult case for Tati, obviously, and that's probably why she's not doing this because of the money. It's very difficult to prove because Tati is a public figure, so they have to prove malice. And if Tati wasn't a public figure, they would have to prove negligence, right? And because of the fact that Katie does so much research, negligence is out of the window because she hasn't been negligent. She has been doing research. Now, the malice, it's harder to prove. And so probably they were like, they're not going to win this. Let's just do whatever. And they probably going to just take a couple of $1,000s from Katie and she'll be fine. But then Katie got cocky. Katie got crazy. No, I'm not going to say crazy, but she got a little cocky and a little too confident. And things are turning around very weirdly for her, right? Her channel views are tanking. Yeah, I noticed. She may not be making any real money now. Old Toddy needs to get a big boy job so she can't quit complaining about being the sole income. So her husband has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys know. He is a heavy metal kind of like artist. He is a musician. And he has a YouTube channel. I don't remember the name. Kenny's something. It's in one of my videos. I think one of my latest videos. And he doesn't have that much of a following, but he's a public figure. And contrary to a video that she made with him saying that he's not a public figure, but he does have a YouTube channel. And he is. And I guess he's going to have to find a job. I guess it's time for him. She lost a lot of money. I believe during the summer, Social Blade projected that her to make over $200,000 a year. Now she's around 60, I think. Oh yeah, I looked at that too. It's going down really fast. And it's so funny how much money is been lost because for a couple of weeks, maybe a week or two, I didn't post videos and my Social Blade income also went really down, but it was because I wasn't posting. And I just stepped on something. But it was because I wasn't posting. But she did not stop posting. And actually, she started consistently posting in another channel. And I don't want to be mean or weird, but I I am coming to believe that she actually does not have as many subscribers, like human subscribers, as her numbers show, because it's kind of weird that she is so full of subscribers and losing so much money. She isn't locked out of posting. She just checked as she posted the picture 6 hours ago. She can't live stream. Oh, yeah. I don't know if she was talking about for the politics thing, because since I am a government employee in the military, I kind of steer away from politics and things like that in the channel. So I don't even research on it. I watch it at my own time when I'm like hiding in my tiny little cave here. But I have no idea what she was saying about it. Until the suit, I had never heard of Todd and his band. Yeah, I didn't know either. I mean, I didn't know much about her. I knew she had a special needs kid. I knew she was married. I assumed she was married, obviously. Not obviously, but I assumed she was married. But I didn't know that he had a band until recently. I think it was T-Spiracy. That creator made a video talking about Todd's channel. And then that's when I went to his channel and I looked at his music and everything. And I was like, ooh, okay, not my type of music, but okay. I look at his Etsy. He has Etsy. He has grab art, and I only saw one item out of 60, unless I was on the wrong Etsy. Well, I don't know if he has an Etsy, but if he does, I have to up my game, because I don't have an Etsy. Like, that's crazy. I don't have many things. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything. I just have my YouTube, and then I post some on Twitter and on Instagram. So I'm a crappy. I'm not even a public figure, but I'm a crappy YouTuber, basically. I first found her during the Micah Stauffer thing. Who knew she was such a train wreck? I think that a lot of people found her through the Micah Stauffer thing. I've seen her before, as I said, once during my Tati rants, but I never went back to her videos until later when I was doing stuff to the Stauffers situation. He has an Etsy. He makes Nordic art. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, okay, interesting. Nordic art. So it's like Celtic kind of things. I used to be into that kind of stuff in the past, I guess. He's making some money. Oh, what is TS? Sorry, I'm terrible with alphabet soups. His Etsy is like artwork. They sell at a middle school art show and raise money for a pizza party. Oh, that's well, if that's what he does, that's very nice. That's really nice. I mean, I have nothing super terrible to say about her husband, because besides him being a doodoo hole to, it was not Huda, by the way, it was that Teen Mom and Brittany Glow, and who else? Tati. And that's one thing that I hate. Oh, yes, Justin. Oh, T-Spiracy. Yes. Okay, TS. Yeah, I like their videos, and that's how I saw his channel. But besides those comments that he makes, and I particularly don't like when people come after you for your appearance, because it really has nothing to do with anything, basically. But no disrespect, like, some people can like come to you and say like, oh, your eyebrows are shit. They get, it's their right, but it really doesn't have anything to do with their value as people. It has nothing to do with their talent as artists. I mean, the lady from Teen Mom, it's not because she is artistic, right? She got famous, but you know what I mean, right? Him being mean to subs and typically women isn't cool. That's why his new name is Toddler. Oh, I love that. I really love that for him. His username is gross, and he's too comfortable getting aggressive with women in her chat and on her Insta. Yeah, I haven't followed him and his behavior at all, so I can't speak for what he does. All I've I've known was the footage that I put on my video, and that was already enough for I to think that it doesn't make sense to me that he is doing that kind of stuff, because it really doesn't speak to a person's talent and worth in the internets and the YouTubes, however they look. And then I thought it was a very low blow of a person to do that. But yeah, so then I just don't support that. Thank you for reading. No, thank you for commenting. Thank you for commenting. I wouldn't be here for more than 10 minutes if you guys weren't talking to me, because see, I already finished reading that damn 4-page document that we don't even know what it is about yet. And as some of you have told me that you think that it's because of Lorianne, some of you have told me you think it's because of there might be some other people, or I said that. There's not much given there other than Salt saying there are other ways. Instead of just sealing it, let's just talk about it and move on. So yeah, that's what I keep seeing, Gigi, that he is not a good guy. So thank God I don't follow him. I think Reddit said that her neighbors hate her, and Reddit also said family doesn't like them. I think I heard that too. Again, I have no proof of it. I don't know if that's correct. But if it's true, I can't see why, basically. And I'm not saying that they are bad people just because they are bad people. I'm just saying that I don't agree with their behavior and their actions. I don't know who they are as people. I have never met them. I have not even had one interaction with her. I mean, I had an interaction with her. She has never interacted with me, basically, because I sent her a message. She never answered. But her actions are just not great. And yes, I am enjoying the chat as well, Donna. I am very glad you guys are all here. After losing my mom in 2018, I fell into a slump and I didn't see myself going to 60. I'm doing better now, so maybe 70. Well, you will make it to 70. You will. We will be here with you, making conversation and having some fun in the chat until you are 90. So there is a Reddit Q&A with a verified family member who despises Katie. And why she's turned down. Oh my God, seriously? Wow, that's tea. Serious tea, y'all. There's a stream. There are streams where she has knocked the neighbor. Wait. She has knocked the neighbors. This was even before the flag was. Oh, I saw the flag incident. But what was it? There are their behaviors and actions. I think we're all what type of paper? Yeah, there's like a little thing that I read once. It's like, be careful with what you think. Your thoughts become words. Your words become actions, and go so on and so forth. And that is true to a level. That is very true. I agree with it. So their actions are rapidly bringing them a destiny, right? In the end of the day. Her fake things upsets me. She was mad. People were concerned and worried about her. Yeah, that didn't make much sense to me when she was trying to get sympathy, because that's what I think it was. She was trying to get sympathy, and instead of getting sympathy, she got a wellness check from the police, and that was probably not what she was looking for. She was probably looking for forgiveness, and didn't work out the way she wanted, and that's what I'm assuming it is, you know. She knocks everyone, and yes, that loss is like no other. Gonna keep me here from. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Really, it's like my second live, and I'm like already out of things to say, but you guys are just keeping me company, and it's just so great. I have heard. Have you heard the saying? You are the company you keep. Yes, I have heard that. Yes, I have heard that saying, and it's very true to a level. That's my belief on that. It's true to a level when you are the outsider, and that's completely true. When a person is looking at you and looking at who you hanging out with, definitely it tells them a lot about you. But then it's harder for you to prove that you are not that, right? So it sucks, but. Oh, thank you. Oh, that lip color is from the Mulan collection, ColourPop X Mulan. I am in love with that too. And by the way, I have to send my my winner's palette that it was snowing yesterday and I couldn't get out. So I'm feeling pretty annoying, IJESSE, for making the whole Twitter situation even messier. All right, so I did not really want to talk about the IJESSE situation because I don't want to make it worse, but I'm going to touch on it really quickly and hopefully we'll move on from it. Hopefully he's here. I don't know if he's here, but when this all happened with the Twitter thing, I was making a video and I don't know if you guys watched me for long enough. Some of you do. I don't script my videos. I basically listen to other videos like Katie, like Emily, like Unirock, or whatever I'm researching on. I listen to their videos until I hear some keywords that I want to discuss. And then I start chopping up the videos and I start building up my timeline. And then I just do a voiceover and I talk about my opinions. That's how I make my videos. So most of my videos take more than a day to make because words don't come out of my mouth very correctly all the time. And maybe there's noise, whatever the reason. I digress. But by the time I made the video about the Twitter situation, the whole IJESSE situation happened. And when I saw that last message, I didn't have that much time to evaluate what was going on. And sometimes it takes a little time for Twitter to settle down and things come out. So by the time I posted the video, I was completely under the impression that he was Chloe, that he was running the whole thing, that he was trying to get, I don't know, some tea, And then I said what I said on the video. Then on the next day, one of you guys pointed out what actually had happened, and I contacted him. And I told him I was going to watch his video, and I was going to correct what I needed to correct about the situation. Obviously, I don't think that he is the Chloe account. That's for sure. I don't think that he did make a fake account to get the situation worse, because the things that Chloe account were saying, if you guys saw my video and many of the other YouTubers that had talked about the debacle in Twitter, that account was, their English was not great, and my English is not great, but their English was terrible. And it could be somebody pretending. It could, definitely could. This is the internet. But I felt that it couldn't be, I don't know. I didn't get the vibe it was him. And I also don't get the vibe it was Katie. I also don't think it was Katie. Katie would be very stupid to be doing that right now, especially when she has so many legal issues and subpoenas are like at the fingertips of Tati Westbrook because she has a lot of money, Just like the Davi case, some people tried to set traps and made things just worse. Best not to get involved. And that's the reason why I was kind of nervous when I saw yesterday that they were trying to do this thing with sealing information. I was like, oh God, now the defense wants to seal the case because people are getting involved. And again, don't believe Jesse is involved in the Chloe account. I do think it was not a bright idea, and I do think that he was waiting for a friend, but it's never a good idea to get involved. And with that said, yeah, it could be bad, because now that people are getting involved, it could make the case harder for Salts, because now people be like, oh, Salts are starting to get famous. Now there's a lot of people going do things for him. So it just can get worse and messy. So it's just never a good idea, you know. What is this? Oh, I don't think he went further than doing what he thought was helping. He doesn't strike me to have gone this far and to cause so many people to be upset. Well, yeah, I mean, what he did, I'm assuming you're talking about Jesse here. What he did, it wasn't that terrible, right? He was trying to get, because if you think about it, just forget about the Chloe account. What he actually did, which was based on me watching his video, what I assume happened, all right? He messaged Katie and said, hey, Katie, I know what you're doing. I know you are this YouTuber, or I know you are this account. I have proof, right? So what he actually did was not bad. He was talking to Katie, right? The problem is that it went really south when he decided to send that one very suggestive message saying that he possibly could be one of the sock accounts. And that's kind of like when his mistake happened. But in the grand scheme of things, what he actually did, talking to Katie to get information, it would be harmless if he didn't do the whole insinuation that he could have been one of the sock accounts, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be kind of fair in my opinion here. The whole thing strikes me as very odd for sure. Yes, and I don't know why he would be doing that for a friend. I don't know why his friend would need that kind of confirmation from Katie, because what are they going to do with that information in the end of the day? That's kind of like what I was thinking. What are they going to do with that information? What is going to be their end goal here, knowing that she had a sock account? So what? She has 24, right? Allegedly, based on the filings. So one more, one less, like, it doesn't matter. And whatever that person was saying, what if it was her? What is the end goal? You know, it doesn't make sense to me either. But he got some original text apparently from some friend that he won't name, and he immediately deleted his Twitter. Seems like he is involved more than what he says. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. And as I said, I watched his live stream a couple of times to try to understand the situation and the timeline of things. And I couldn't understand. Oh, thank you so much. Giddy up with Gigi. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you, New York Dashcam, for the super chat. I really did try to understand what was going on, and I couldn't understand what the objective was. I couldn't understand what the end goal was, but I just wanted to clarify that I don't believe he was Chloe. And I wanted to clarify that regardless of bad decisions we make, we don't know what others are going through in their lives. And we should never go and hate people and go and send them ill messages and things like that. Good job with the live stream. Keep doing these. It's a good way to engage with yourselves. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I will try. That's why I kind of came in today, to try to get the ropes on this. I appreciate it. But whenever something that we judge it's not very smart, or it's a bad decision, it's a mistake, let's just, not send them hate. And that's kind of like what I was mostly worried about, because he was if you watch his live chat, if you guys want to watch his live chat after this, go ahead and do it, because you can see that he's frustrated. He was trying to let everybody know that he was not doing what everybody was claiming he was. And I felt that I was a part of the people accusing him, even though my video came out the day after. He had already done his apology. He had already got all of the hate. And I am assuming that my subscribers and you guys who watch me are not going over there in my name to give him any kind of hate. I just felt bad, and I felt that I didn't want anybody who a month from now, 6 months from now, watches my video and then goes there and crucifies him for it, because we all make mistakes, you know, and it's nice to point it out. As many of you have pointed out many of the mistakes I make when I make videos, and I do appreciate, and I actually like when people do that. But there are ways to do it. And when he was on his live saying that it's affecting him in a negative way, and it was just like his first mistake. It's not like he's doing it all the time. So we should, you know, give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. He should try to stay out of it from here on out for super. Yes, for sure. He should. And I had a brief conversation with him as well. And he say, I feel bad because he even said that he's just so shook by it that he doesn't want to even make any videos about Katie anymore. But I don't think that he should stop, because he's engaging with people, he's giving his opinions, and his edits are funny, and he has good opinions about it. So if videos about KJ are something that bring him joy, no pun intended, if videos about KJ are something that bring him joy, I think that he should keep doing, you know. It's let's just watch it from afar, you know. But why did it hit his Twitter? To be fair, I haven't wanted any of his videos recently. I watched maybe just a few minutes of the live when he was trying to explain, and it was super confusing. I agree with you. He was very confusing. It took me a couple of watches of the video to kind of try to make a timeline, and I actually messaged him because I didn't want to put anything wrong or misinformation on my video, and I still couldn't really put together what happened, and that's why I gave up. I posted my video just to clarify what I wanted to clarify, and I gave up on trying to understand it. I don't know why he deleted his Twitter. It is also not clear to me why he deleted his Twitter, but I am assuming and speculating here that he deleted his Twitter because of the hate that he was getting, and he was getting to him, you know. Yes, I think that he deleted his Twitter because of the hate he was getting. Christine, I think you are right. I still don't get it, to be honest, but I think he overstepped. Definitely anybody who got involved in a situation, I'm not going to want to just single him out, but there's a lot of people that get involved in the situation. We have the people who comment about the situation. You have the people who comment and spread the word about the situation. And you have the people who say mean things about the situation, but also provide some receipts. And you have the people that actually insert themselves in the situation. He did overstep on that. However, I think that this was a teaching moment for him. He was trying to do something good, I guess. I'm not thinking that he was doing this out of malice at all. And I think that this was a teaching moment. And I think that he, from now on, is going to just concentrate on his content. And I'm very happy that he is okay. And I'm very happy that he's moving on from it. And I hope that nobody else goes and gives him I can't talk. I'm sorry. And I hope that nobody goes and gives him any hate, because as I said, it was a mistake and it was one mistake. If he, does it again, then yeah, I guess, he's not the nicest human. But I don't think that that's the case here. I think that it was overstepped and oversight on his actions, and he wasn't thinking. Basically, that's what I think. Maybe I should give IJESSE an apology. I was fairly hard on him for choosing to get involved like he did. the biggest problem I had was him giving KJ ammunition to play the victim. So yes, that if you feel like you should give him an apology, I will tell you go for it, because that's the first thing I did when I realized when I got that comment on the video that it wasn't really him. I realized that I was accusing him of something that I wasn't really sure. That's why the first thing I did was to apologize to him. And to be honest, he have gotten so much hate at that point that he kind of came at me a little. But at that time, I was like, I know that he's probably coming from a stressful environment. And I just explained myself to him. And he calmed down and we had a talk. And I saw, like that lion with a piece of glass on his hand, like he was really hurt. And if you feel like it will be good for you and for him to apologize to him for being hard on him, I would definitely tell you, you should. And, but yes, you were not wrong. Apologizing doesn't mean that you were wrong. He did overstep. I agree. I don't think that anybody should get into any arm's reach of the situation. We should all watch from afar, talk about it, have some coffee, have some tea, eat some popcorn, but not get involved in it. Oh, thank you so much, Angel. I love your live stream. You're doing great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I get so nervous every time I sit here and try to sit in front of this camera, but doing live is even more stressful for me sometimes because I don't know what's going to happen, right? So it's just, I think there are things about him that folks aren't seeing. He screwed up royally and maybe even a little selfish, but not maliciously. Yeah, I don't think he was malicious about it. I think that, yes, it was a bad move, as I said before. But again, it was a one-time thing as of now. So give him the benefit of the doubt. Just if you don't like him, you don't like him. If you think that there's no coming back from it, that's fine. Just do not give him hate. And just, if you want to tell him that you feel that there's no forgiveness or whatever, do it in a respectful way. And that goes to any creator, you guys, because it takes a lot of hours to edit videos. It takes a lot of dedication and research to bring the content to people. And it takes a lot of courage to sit here staring at a black camera and a ring light where your neighbor across the street thinks you're crazy. So we can have a chat. So just think about that. And sometimes there are people that do it maliciously, but yes, I agree with you. I don't think he was malicious whatsoever about the situation. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I think I already read this. He was being very defensive, but it's because many people were coming for him. Yes, exactly. And that's why when he was defensive with me, I took a step back. And thank you so much, Christine, for the super sticker. I took a step back when he came at me, or he didn't come at me. He was just, so it was one of the videos, but my video came the day after. He didn't know, obviously. So that's why I kind of like, all right, let me explain myself. And then if he's still angry at me, that's fine. I'll give him some time. But he was a champ. He just understood it right away. Oh, I get it. So this is what happened. I have a video. Here's the video. I explained myself. I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole again. And I learned my lesson, basically kind of what encompasses. Once I posted my video about the situation, I try to be as neutral and as fair as I could about my opinions on it, even though I couldn't understand his side on it. I couldn't understand why he did it. I didn't think that was the point anyways. And there were still some very harsh comments about him. And I want to let you guys know that I told him I was posting the video. I added at him on Twitter so he could know that I posted the video. And I would do that for any creator, even if I have an issue with the creator and I have to talk to them. There was a time that I wanted to make a video about Creepshow, as I mentioned earlier on this live. And I wasn't agreeing with her. But before I actually even thought about making the video, I messaged her and I asked her, hey, do you stand behind this opinion? what is your side? And then she gave me her side, and I thought about it. And then I was like, yeah, I think that she has a valid point. My point is okay, but I think that her point's a lot stronger. So it's not worth it for me to make a video about this. And then just end up not making the video. So the same thing with him. I thought it was strongly warranted for me to make the video because I accused him of something on my video. So that video was going to come. But I wanted to make sure that I made it in a way that nobody's going to send him any hate. That's the one thing I want to always tell you guys. Do not ever send any hates to anyone. And oh my God, thank you, Donna, for my eyebrows, because every time I do them, I keep telling myself the mantra, eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins, because they never end up the same. So thank you so much for liking them. I always get very nervous about them. And thank you, Christine, for your super sticker. Your authenticity beams from, oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate, you guys have no idea how happy I am that you guys think that I am a good person, because I try my best to be as fair, as nice, as neutral as possible. Obviously, we all have biases, especially with KJ. And sometimes we do have a lot of biases on people, but it's always good to take a step back, breathe a little bit. And that's why I don't, script my videos first, because I'm in nursing school, which by the way starts tomorrow. But I'm not here to write books, right? I'm here to take care of people. So I can't script videos for the life of me. And also I think that writing a script for a video, in my opinion, in my creative mind, gives me very little room to change, if that makes sense. If I no longer think a certain way about the situation, now I have a script, and now I have to stop everything I'm doing to rethink. And me just going and, freestyling the whole thing gives me freedom and flexibility to essentially, if I have a change of heart on something, now I can just kind of go around it and explain what my meaning actually is, or what happened. He did insert himself and insult her a lot. So when he was criticized, he took it to heart instead. Off and on board. I don't know if this is about Charlotte. I don't know what happened about Charlotte. So, and if this is about Katie, I don't know. Talia, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on this because I don't know who this is about. I agree to a point. But also, why should she be allowed to spew her filthy lies? Oh, this is about KJ. I am not a KJ fan at all, but I understand not wanting Tati to win. It is not like she did what KJ did. Right, that's true. I mean, yeah, KJ deserves to lose because of what she did. That's definitely, I agree. I definitely agree with you. She definitely deserves to lose this, because otherwise it's kind of like a double-edged sword here, right? If she wins, if Tati wins, there is going to be a little bit of a danger zone for all YouTubers and commentary, that anybody can sue us for anything, anywhere. And then if Tati loses, it means that people like Katie can go ahead and talk smack without being afraid of getting into legal trouble. So it is a very hard place to be for that judge. And I can't wait to see what she is going to think it's more important, I guess, for the future. Because uncivil law mentioned that a judge will not only look at the case itself, but they also will look at what is going to be the repercussion for the next case that will be similar to the one that they are looking at that moment. So she's going to have to take in consideration what is going to be the legacy from this case, which is rapidly growing to be a case where a lot of people are going to have to, that this is probably going to go to, like, I don't know, law schools as a example of a crazy, insane case, maybe. I don't know. This is going to probably make history, in my opinion, you know? Sorry that was about IJESSE. I apologize. I was listening and I was and commented later on. Oh no! I mean, if you were, as I said, if you guys think that you have an opinion about it, and if you harsh, like if you that your opinion was harsh at the moment, and now you feel like you should apologize or whatever, thank you, I appreciate. And if you said something to him that you think may have hurt his feelings, just reach out to him. He will appreciate it. He's a very sweet guy, honestly, and I think that he would appreciate if anybody feels that they should apologize to him. Apologizing to somebody has nothing to do with admitting guilt. It's just sometimes you apologize to people because you may have been harder on them than you should, I agree with you. I told others the same. How this ends will change YouTube forever. Yes, this might change YouTube forever. You are thoughtful and caring. You're making us nurse. Oh, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. I really do. I try to be very understanding of all sides. I'm a Libra, right? So I try to see every single side, and I can never make a decision. I am a textbook Libra here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's sickening that Tati even has to spend so much money on lawyers when it's clear to everyone now what happened. Yeah, it is. It is sad that somebody has to spend so much money to get justice, or to feel that they have some sort of peace in their hearts, that something that they judge that is wrong has been made right. But I think that Tati has the money, I guess. It would suck for us, me, who don't have any money, and people would be talking about me and spreading lies and rumors. That would suck for me to have to spend that much money. But Tati is a person who can afford to stand her ground and sue somebody. But I do see your point. I do see that it sucks for you to have to do that kind of stuff, to have to defend yourself. Oh, Donna, I'm October 4th. We are like super close. We're the scales. Oh, it's your best friend. Okay, sorry. It's your best friend is the 8th. My mother and I are October 4th. So I was born in my mother's birthday. And okay, I'm going to tell you guys a personal story, and then I'm going to end this thing because we are here for almost 2 hours. But I think that Tati and James both are mad enough to spend the money to get the points across. Yeah, girl, if I had 9 million subscribers and made the amount of money Tati does, even she's not posting for almost a year now. And I'm pretty sure she's still making dough from her AdSense, or she has it saved. Who cares? If I had the amount of money that she did, I would do the same. I would sue somebody just to keep my name clean. I would do it. And I'm sure everybody would do it too. Or anybody. I mean, I don't know. I assume anybody would do it too. I'm not going to speak for everyone. But my personal story is my mother got pregnant with my brother, and my brother was supposed to be born the day of my father's birthday, which was November 19th. My mother got into labor. English. My mother got into labor November 19th. My brother was born November 20th at 8 a.m. So she was like, damn, that sucks. So close, but no cigar. When she got pregnant with me, she did the math and she realized that I was going to be born in October. So she scheduled a C-section. I don't know how it is here in the US, but in Brazil, apparently, even if you do not have a risky pregnancy, you can schedule a C-section. So you can have a C-section by demand, as long as you can pay for it. And that's what she did. So I was born in her birthday. And yeah. Your birthday, Amanda, is November 19th? That's awesome. So you and my brother, Scorpio, passionate people. You guys are awesome. I had a very bad relationship with my brother growing up. Now we are like best friends. I was born in 1983. I am 37 years old, going on 38. That's why we have those lines going on right here. But yes. So, yes, very passionate. My brother is my best friend now. We are so close. It's not even funny. And he's going to have a baby in the summer. And I'm going to go to Brazil to see the baby. And it's going to be awesome. No, you're not. Oh, Donna, you're not. I see your picture right there. You look so cute. You are a snack. But anyways, you guys, so let me know, what do you think? I know that this is going to be a video after we hang up this amazing call. But let me know down in the comments when this becomes a video and no longer a live. If you think that, what is this seal situation for? If it is for Lorianne, because it's already been sealed. So I don't know what they will seal any further. And let me know if you guys know anything that's happening. I will try to make a video about the situation with the Lorianne response from Brown. But to be honest, I watched, 6 hours of people talking about this. And all I could think about the whole situation. So I'm just going to talk about it here. And then I'm not going to make a video about it. But all I think is, looking at it from Emily's side, yes, I can see that Brown was stalling a little bit. However, if you look at the timeline with all of the emails, it looks like Brown was trying his best. He did contact the real Lorianne. He did contact the Attorney General to point out the situation. However, he never contacted Saltz. And I don't know if that was maliciousness on his side or if he was a plan. I don't know what it was, but he never did. And that's kind of what I think Lori wanted. I think Lori wanted Tati's side to know and them to fix it. So I think there was a misunderstanding there. However, I do think that Brown did his best to try to do right by Lori based on the emails I read and the emails that Uncivil Law read. And I know that Emily didn't read all of them. And for me to make a video about this, it would be a 3-hour video as well, because I don't like to leave information out, because there is always so many sides to a situation. And that's why I'm kind of considering not making a video, because it's going to be a long one. And I think that we already have enough long videos about this. Oh my God, people are still freaking out about the birthday thing. Okay, cool. But, oh, everybody's giving each other happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone. But anyway, so in my opinion, the whole Lorianne response from Brown could actually be reasonably a misunderstanding, in my opinion, based on all of the stuff the Uncivil Law said, based on everything that has been discussed. So I'm probably not going to make a video about it. I might change my mind. Who knows? But as of now, this is going to be my opinion on that. And this week, there will be more filings from Saltz and Brown, apparently. And we will, in like maybe 4 days, have a hearing from them. So I already know that you all want to take a break and later on head to Emily D. Baker and watch her opinion on this latest filing. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm also going to go to Emily later and watch her take on this new filing. Thank you so much for watching the video, you guys. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed yet. If you like this live or if you like this video, please don't forget to like the video so the algorithm pushes it and recommends to more so we can grow this community. I really appreciate you guys for giving me super stickers and those green chat thingies. I never expect them from anyone, so I really do appreciate when you guys do it. It's really nice. I love that you guys are here. I thought it was going to be a 10-minute live, but we are almost at a 2-hour live. I am so sorry that I had you guys here, but we had so much fun. And I am very thankful that I have you guys to join me today. Thank you so much. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later at Emily, or I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye.